This video we are going to see that how trigonometric ratios changes their values when they reaches in different quadrants, means first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant and fourth quadrant. So we'll start from class 10th, from where you studied this formula that sine 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta. So you remember this, and we can justify this with the help of some example. Theta, whenever I am now going to discuss in this video, the theta, you assume that theta is an acute angle. So I am writing here theta is an acute angle. So whether this result is true or not, how we decide this? So you see, we have to prove this. So let's say we take LHS, and here for example I am taking theta is equal to 30 degree. You may take any value of theta, so it's up to you. So your LHS will be sine 90 minus 30, which is going to be sine 60 degree, and you know sine 60 is your root 3 by 2. So this is your LHS. Now RHS, this is cos theta, we have taken as 30 degree to just see whether this result holds or not. So this is cos 30, cos theta is also root 3 by 2. So you can see that your LHS equal to RHS, and this can be seen for other formulas also. Like other formulas are 10 90 minus theta is equal to cot theta. This was the second formula, so this can also be verified. So here we can generalize that when you do 90 minus theta, whenever you do 90 minus theta, because and these answers are coming positive, because 90 minus theta means this is your first quadrant. For example, when I put theta equal to 30 degree, so that was 90 minus theta was 60 degree. So 60 degree is in first quadrant. So first quadrant, all answers will be positive, because you know in first quadrant all are positive. So sine 90 minus theta will always be cos theta. Next, this is about your first quadrant, but now we'll move to second quadrant that you did in class 10th. Second quadrant, what happens in second quadrant? This is your first quadrant, and now this is your first, we are moving to second. So your second quadrant, what happens? You write this first formula I'm writing, this is sine 90 plus theta. Now sine 90 plus theta, what the answer is going to be, that we have to see. So we can take some example. Theta, we can take again theta equal to this 30 degree. So if I take theta equal to 30 degree, I can write that result directly, or you may just see this is going to be cos theta, and second one is cos 90 plus theta is going to be minus sine theta, and third one, you see this is your cosec theta will be 90 plus theta, and you can write that as sec theta. Fourth, sec 90 plus theta, it's going to be minus cosec theta, and fifth one is 10 90 plus theta is going to be cot theta, and sixth one is your cot 90 plus theta is going to be, this is minus, and this is also be going to be negative 10 theta. So these results can be verified if I put theta equal to some theta degree. Now, but the important thing is that here two functions are becoming two values are coming negative and rest are coming two are coming positive and rest are coming negative. So which are positive? The first one, you see this is your positive, because cos theta if it is acute angle, so it always be positive. Second is your cosec, this is always positive and rest are negative. So you see this that why they are positive and why rest are the negatives, because sine theta and cosec theta, they are positive in second quadrant and rest are negative. We discussed in previous class also that only sine and cosec will be positive in second quadrant and rest will be negative. So only sine and cos will be positive, rest will be negative. And one more important thing, you see that sine, when you are sine 90 plus theta you are doing, it is changing, sine is changing and it's coming cos theta. When cos 90 plus theta, cos is changing and it's coming in sine theta. But it is not always. Now we see in what happens in third quadrant. We'll discuss about second quadrant itself, but now we are thinking it in another way. Earlier we were doing 90 and we were doing plus theta, and we have seen what happens. Now there is another way. If I go like this 180, if I go 180 and if I subtract some acute angle from this, that time also I'll be, see 180, this is positive and something you are subtracting, so again you are going to be landing up in second quadrant. So this is another way of going to second quadrant. So first way was 90 plus theta, second way is 180 minus theta. So see what happens in this this way. So I can write now that sine 180 minus theta is going to be sine theta, and cosec 180 minus theta is going to be cosec theta, and sec 180 minus theta is going to be minus sec theta, and cot 180 minus theta is going to be minus cot theta, and 10 90 180 minus theta is also going to be minus 10 theta. So one cos is left, so cos 180 minus theta is also going to be minus cos theta. So this way, when I take the base angle here is, you can say this is 180. If it is 180, then you can see very important observation, and all things can be verified by taking some examples. So it will take a lot of time, so we are just explaining you with some sort of examples. So these two are positive and rest are negative. So what are the important thing here to observe? When you do 90 plus theta, your sign changes to cos theta, and but when you do sine 180 minus theta, your sign is not changing, sign is coming to sine, cosec is coming to cosec, and they both are positive because in second quadrant your sine and cosec are positive. And rest, they are not changing, sec is sec theta, cot is cot theta, tan is tan theta, cos is cos theta, only the sign are changing. So this way you can also calculate some value of for example, in which lies in your second quadrant. For example, I am taking some example also here now. Sine, if I ask you to find the value of sine 120 degree. So sine 120 degree, you can write this in two ways. First way is yours, you can write that sine 180 minus 60, because sine 120 can be obtained by, if you change 120 as 180 minus 60. So according to this rule, this will be your sine 60 degree, and this value is root 3 by 2. So you can see that your sine 120, the value of sine 120 is going to be root 3 by 2. But what happens when I calculate for cos 120 degree? Cos, you can write that 180 minus 60, but you know this rule that if theta is acute angle, then cos theta will be, cos 180 minus theta will be minus cos theta. So you will write minus cos theta at place of theta, this is 60 degree, and this value is going to be minus 1 by 2. So this way we calculate the angle which are more than 90 degree. Up to 90 degree we have done till class 10th, but 90 above we use this way. We can use another way also, like we can write 120 as 90 plus 30 degree. 90 plus 30 degree, then we have to use our previous one. So I'm just going back to that previous paper. Now this is my second quadrant again, but this time I've done 90 plus theta. So if I want to find the value of sine 120 degree, so sine 120 degree, I'll write now this time sine 90 plus 30 degree. So sine 90 plus 30 degree, according to this rule, sine 90 plus theta is cos theta. So I can write that as cos 30 degree. So cos 30, you know the value of cos 30 is root 3 by 2. So you see sine 120, either you go 90 plus theta or you go 180 minus theta. Your value of sine 120 will always be same. And using these formulas, you can find the other values also. Now we discuss about third quadrant. Now in third quadrant, we have two ways to go. We can do 180 plus theta up to, from this point to this point, this is 180, and 180 you are adding some angle, so this is going to be in third quadrant. So what happens, I'm just writing the formulas first. Sine 180 plus theta. See, whenever your this angle is 180, your function will not change. You can see in all whenever it was 180, your function were not changed. This time also sine 180, your functions will not change, only the sign will change, whether it will be positive sine theta or negative sine theta. In third quadrant, your t means tan and cot are positive, rest are negative. So you can say this is going to be minus sine theta. Similarly, if you take cos 180 plus theta, it's going to be minus cos theta. Cos, now sec and cosec will also be negative. Only tan and cot will be 180 plus theta, it will be plus tan theta. Cot 180 plus theta, it's going to be plus cot theta, because only tan cot can be positive in third, rest will be negative. Now if I want to find value, suppose 210 degree. So sine 210 degree, you have to see how it can be written in terms of 180 plus theta. So I can write this 180 plus 30, 210. Now apply this formula. If it is 180 plus theta, it's going to be minus sine 30 degree. Minus sine 30, its value is minus, sine 30 is 1 by 2. So this way we can find the value of any of the trigonometric functions. Like this, we can find tan 210 degree also, tan cot 210 degree also, cos 210 degree also, but sine and cos will be negative, rest and these two will be positive, rest will be negative. Now we'll discuss for third quadrant now, but in other way. First we have done 180 plus theta, but this time I can do like 270. Here angle is 270, this is 90, this is 360, and this is 180. So when I write 270 and I subtract some angle, then it will again reach in third quadrant. So for example, if I want to write sine, and sine 270, I am writing the formula first. Sine 270 minus theta, this is also going to be cos. This time the base is changed. Earlier it was 180, now this time it's 270. So it means whenever you see 90 and 270 is your first angle, your function will change. So sine will change in cos, and because sine is in third quadrant, it's negative. Sine is in third quadrant and it's negative, so answer is going to be negative, and sine will be changed in cos theta. So cos also, you can see cos 270 minus theta will be minus sine theta. Cos will change into sine and 270 minus theta will be minus sine theta, because again cos is negative in third quadrant. Now if I write 10 270 minus theta, this is going to be, you see, first the function will change. You have to see change in function. You always have to remember whether it is 90 plus minus theta or 270 plus minus theta, your function will change. So this is 270 minus theta, so the answer is going to be cot theta. Similarly, cot 270 minus theta is going to be plus tan theta. Tan and cot will be positive, rest will be negative. Now for example, if I want to find value, like suppose earlier I found the value of sine 210 degree. So I can write this also, sine 270 minus 60 degree, because 210 can be written as 270 minus 60. Apply this rule. So first it is negative because this is in third quadrant, and change will be there because this is 270 as I've told you. So this is going to be this cos 60 degree, and cos 60 is 1 by 2. So your answer has come as 1 by 2. Now we move to our fourth quadrant after this. Now in going to fourth quadrant, we have ways, like we can go from like 270, this is 270 and some angle plus theta I am doing. So I am reaching in fourth quadrant. So the changes, how the changes will be, sine 270 plus theta is going to be minus cos theta. As I told you also, whenever you get 90 plus minus theta, your function will get changed. 270 plus minus theta, whatever it is, function will change. So sine will change in cos, and sine will be negative in third, so the sine minus sine has come. Similarly, rest will also be there. 10 270 plus theta, if you do, it will be cot, but it will be negative because this is in fourth quadrant 10 is negative, so this is going to be this. So we can go to this quadrant this way also. Now example we take, suppose I want to find, here you have to observe one more important thing, that cos, if I write cos 270 plus theta, cos will change into sine, but cos is in fourth quadrant, it's always positive, it's positive, therefore this will be positive sine theta. So let's take another example. If I want to find the value of cos 300 degree, so I know this 300 degree is always in fourth quadrant, so I automatically can write that plus sign. So but I am writing now this way, that 270 plus 30. So 270 plus 30, if it is 270, then changes will be there, then it can be written as sine theta. Sine theta is 1 by 2. So you can see that value this way also. Now fourth quadrant you can go now in some other way also. How you can go? You can do 2 pi. You can go up to this one round complete. This is 2 pi, and you subtract something. So we'll again land up in third quadrant. So if it is cos 360 minus theta, this is going to be, and this is base is now 360. So function will not change. And cos is positive in fourth quadrant, so this is positive because cos is positive in fourth quadrant. You can see cos is positive in fourth quadrant, and this is function will not change because this is neither 90 plus minus theta, 270 plus minus theta, so it will remain plus cos theta. So this way we can see the values. Now just giving you some hint also about anti-clockwise direction. If I write sine minus 45 degree, so when I write sine minus 45 degree, it means I am not going anti-clockwise, I am going clockwise direction. So my clockwise direction, this is starting from 0, this is minus 90, this is minus 180, this is minus 270. So now it's landing in fourth quadrant. So in fourth quadrant, sine is negative, so you can write this as minus sine 45 degree. So you can find the value this way. And if any other example we take, like we take cos minus theta, and theta is an acute angle, so it's going to be positive cos theta because cos is positive in fourth quadrant. So cos and sec only are going to be positive, and rest if I take 10 minus theta, then this is going to be minus 10 theta. So you can see only cos and sec will be positive and rest will be negative. This is the way you go clockwise direction. It's up to you. You find angle clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. But sometimes if you give an angle like this, then you have to think only clockwise directions. We'll do some questions on the basis of that. We'll do some practice also. Thank you.